Hello, this is Mr. Rasmussen with Algebra 2 and lesson 112. In this lesson, we get back to our quadratic inequalities. We've got the quadratic part here, and it's less than, you can see, than the 0. And so this one we go about a little differently than what we did in lesson 110. Okay, to start out, we're going to write the first one here. X plus 2 is less than 0. But then because this is a less than, we're going to flip the second one there. So x minus 3 is actually greater than 0 and solve for that. Okay, so when we do so, we get x is anything less than negative 2. And then we get x is anything greater than 3. Then, like we did in lesson 100, we're going to write the negations of those. So x is anything greater than negative 2. And then x is anything less than 3. All right, now that we got to this point, it's an or between these two. We're either going to graph these two together or graph these two. A little differently, as in lesson 110, we grabbed one from each side. Well, which one of these is possible? These ones both have to work together. These are an and. Okay, so can we have a number that is less than negative 2 but also greater than negative 3? No. None of those numbers work for both of these. So that does not work. We throw that one out. Can we have a number that's greater than negative 2 but less than 3? Yes, we can. If we were to rewrite that, we could say negative 2, x is anything greater than but less than 3. We could rewrite it that way. So that's what we'll graph there. We'll take this side. So we have a negative 2 here. And then we put our 3 over here. We don't have any equal signs in there, so these are going to both be open circles, and it's all reals, so it's a bar that connects those two together like that. Okay, let's look at example 2 here. All right, in example 2, I need to factor this first. So I'll factor this, get an x here and an x here, and then positive and negative there. So one's going to be negative, one's going to be positive. Get that be negative. And then it looks like a 4 here and a 2 here to get that to work out. So the first part, x minus 2 is anything less than 0. And then because this is a less than, I got to flip my other sign here. So I'm going to do x plus 4 is anything greater than 0. And then solve those. So this is x is anything less than 2. And this is x is anything greater than negative 4. All right, now let's write the negation of those. X is greater than 2 over here, and x is less than negative 4. All right, which one of these can be true for both of them? So I need both of these to be true or both of these to be true. Let's look at this one first. Can x be less than 2 but greater than negative 4? Yes, that works. Let's look at this one. Can x be greater than 2 and less than negative 4? No, this one doesn't work for one number. So I'll take this side over here and let's graph that. So we got negative 4 here and then a 2 here. It's integers, so with closed dots. I don't have any equal signs, so no open circles. I'm just going to start with the next one. So x is anything larger than negative 4. It's going to start with negative 3, have a closed dot, negative 2, closed dot, negative 1, closed dot, 0, closed circle. And then it's anything less than 2, so it also include a positive 1 as a closed circle. And that's how my graph would look on that one there. It looks like they're also writing in the answer as putting these together. So let's do that as well. Negative 4, x is anything greater than negative 4 but less than 2. All right, so there is my answer for example number 2. Okay, go and work through the two practice problems and then check your work with my work. Looking at the first one here, it's the quadratic is less than. So we're going to do the x is less than negative 4. And then we're going to do the x is, we're going to flip that sign, right? So greater than 1. All right, let's see if that works, because if it does, then I'll just graph it. X is anything less than negative 4, x is anything greater, nope, that one doesn't work. So let's work with the negation. X is anything greater than negative 4, but x is anything less than 1. Obviously the the less than sign has to be the positive one, right? It usually works out that way. Okay, so if I graph this on my, well, if I write this out first, all right, let's write negative 4, x anything greater than, but less than 1. There we go. All right, and then negative 4 here. We're all real, so we'll do an open circle. Here's my 1 open circle, and a line between those there. And that is correct. All right, let's look at my second practice problem here. I need to factor this first. So x and an x, and then a negative and a positive, and then it looks like negative 5 and a positive 2 will work out. All right, so x is anything less than, we'll go 5 here. And then this one here, we're going to flip it. X is anything greater than, and there'll be a negative 2. Let's see if that works. X is anything less than 5, that's the positive number. X is anything greater than negative, that looks like it works. Let's write that out. Negative 2, like this, and then a negative 2 here. My domain is integers, so it actually starts with a negative 1, closed circle, 0, closed circle, 1. It goes all the way up to my 5 here. My 5 not included though, so it's actually 4. All right, so 3 and 2, so fill in those circles there. Okay, and that is correct answer for practice problem B. You see how we factor it, and then we solve the one. We got to flip the sign for the other. In this case, I saw if that would work, and it did work. These numbers apply to both of those as a conjunction, both, and then we graphed it there. All right, if you need some extra help on this, go ahead and text me. Have a great day.